And a good Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. He is Big Joe Dubin. I am Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier. Behind the glass. Hope you're having a great day to this point. What's up, JoJo?
Hey, man. Shout out to everybody stuck on I-24 coming to town from Murfreesboro and Smyrna. They're down to one lane again. Got stuck in it. God bless you. Don't yell at the workers. It's not their fault. So just letting people know, if you're coming to Nashville from Murfreesboro, go Murfreesboro Road. Do not get on the interstate.
Wow, 24 is having issues. I've never heard that before.
Right?
That's a new one.
Terrible.
Well, hope everybody's good. You can have some fun with us and laugh and joke and cry if you want to.
60 degrees out right now.
It's beautiful.
Praise
it's
the Lord.
Be 70 and sunny on Saturday. And
next week looks so good.
I'm excited about that. So we are ready to rock and roll. Combine day number 2 is they have things going on there in Indianapolis. I believe Mike Borgonzi is supposed to speak at some point.
I think supposed to. I was told noon, but I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Okay,
he's on right now.
Oh, he's speaking right now. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Sir.
So we'll pull some stuff of what he has to say a little later on. We cannot air that live, but so don't yell at me. But we can't do that. So that's okay.
But Reuben Bain spoke earlier, right? Dr. Crane monitored that like a some sort of CIA operative, like make us say, well, could you hear something and all that? So good job, Dr. Crane. Did he say anything that was like, I want to go to Tennessee?
Nothing along those lines. I was just more gravitated towards the fact that the Jets are the only team in the NFL that carried that and put it on their website, and the Titans didn't. That just little bit of some telling signs there, because the Jets have a higher pick than the Titans right now.
Yeah,
Well, I know a lot of this stuff is on like NFL Plus. Like I was sitting there watching some of Zach Taylor, and what's funny is if I'd had time, I would have pulled it just for you, because you would have loved this. Because he was asked about, I guess, his offensive coordinator and not calling plays, and he was like, well, I think people make too big of a deal about a guy that's never called plays before.
Let me at him. Let me at that coach.
And then he even referenced, he goes, but it is, there is a bit of you got to learn. I mean, we saw that with Callie when he got a head job. And I'm like, yeah, we saw him suck.
That's your example? Come on, Coach Taylor.
So there's that. The Bears have granted permission for linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to seek a trade, according to a league source. He was under contract for the 26th season at $15 million. Pro Bowl caliber linebacker could be available.
I'm gonna give you a Mr. Burns on that one.
He's pretty good.
Okay,
he's pretty good.
Thank you.
So there is that. With the things going on there, Jake Lyman pointed this out. I guess McAfee is using the supposed new Titans logo in his graphics.
Yeah, it was like I think Jake had said McAfee was doing cap space. The Titans got so much, like $98 million, and then the graphic was the new Titans logo. So it's the same. So they're not going to unveil nothing new next week or 2 weeks. It's because we've already seen it. So
Reuben Bain did say this is from Jim Wyatt, that he, quote, killed his formal interview with the Titans. He said that Cam Ward dropped him some words of encouragement. I swear, please, can we just call the league office now? Like, take this guy.
Oh, well, until the Jets take him at 2, since Dr. Crane ruined our little narrative about Reuben Bain coming here. Not your fault, buddy. You're the messenger. But the Jets have, I would say, pressing needs. Jets have need at 22 positions. So
yeah,
I could see them taking a route. Oh man.
Mike Borgonzi said L'Jarius Sneed conversations have been good. He's still going through rehab, getting healthy.
Well, that's his guy. They were in Kansas City together.
Yeah, but I
mean, so he's going to just tell you enough to get you going for a little bit. But was it Borgonzi on the end of that trade for the Chiefs?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I did laugh. I was watching some of John Spytek, who's the GM of the Raiders, and somebody was like, you got a lot of cap space. What are some of your biggest needs in free agency? And he goes, I'm not going to tell you that.
Right.
I laughed so hard.
Well, I guess it's easy to figure out. I mean, that's another team that needs guys. That's why I would trade Max Crosby, man. Trade, get some more capital for him, and then rebuild from the ground up. You got your number 1 pick. Mendoza's going to go there. little enthusiasm in Las Vegas, and move up, man. That's a bad team.
It is, but how much? And there's something that he said too that I want to get to with you later because I was like, "Oop!" I call these my Joe notes, and I make a little note that's
Thanks,
like,
buddy.
bring up to
It's
Joe.
better than your doodling, which you used to send me. I was
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
So again, we'll monitor some things. Koharski putting out there. Borgonzi says free agent has good edge, cornerbacks, and wide receivers. Borgonzi said they have that Reese, Bailey, and Bain, all smart, did well in meetings.
Okay. I'll take you. I don't want Reese, but I'll take Bailey or Bain. I need an end. I need a rusher, not a linebacker going to convert to a pass rusher.
But Reese has played pass. I mean, he's played both.
Okay. I need somebody who just plays one. I don't need just a linebacker.
No, just
because they blew it. They blew it with
Femi Oladeja.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you roll it off your tongue perfectly? I can't even.
You know what's so funny? There are some names that I can easily say that most people can't, and then there's some names that I can't say.
Can you say
like you remember Igor Afanasiev that was a Predators prospect?
No.
Yeah, he's one.
Can you say Troy University?
Troy University.
All right, good. A lot of people have trouble saying Troy University.
Yeah.
All right, you pass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ruben Bain said arm length has not been a big discussion topic.
It's so stupid. It just really is. So if I've got arms that are long, Ruben Bain, I'm a good pass rusher, even though I've got a low motor, but my arms are longer. What a joke, man.
Yep.
Not a fan of it.
Arvel Reese was asked about playing the edge too. So
what did he say? He's like, man.
Yeah, he started talking like Peyton Manning and says,
"I'll play wherever get drafted." No, I'm telling you, if at 4, if the Jets take Bain at 2, I might start crying.
Oh, I will start crying. I don't think they will, but they could.
I mean, there's not a quarterback out there for him.
No. So,
and then 3 Cardinals take Bailey, and then you're stuck with Reese at 4. Then I guess you have to take him.
Yeah.
If that happens, I trade out of 4, man.
I would probably take Reese. I mean, he'd be fine. Unless you got a good off. I mean, if you could move back to like 9 or 10 and get more draft picks and maybe a receiver sitting there at 10.
Or the Cowboys give you 12 and 20.
Maybe.
Don't want you work on it. You got connections.
Let me call Jerry right now.
You got
Jerry, I want him.
You got people down there in Dallas. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Quit sitting on your ass.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please don't yell at me.
It's all right, man.
615-737-1025 is our phone line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Joseph, our question of the day is?
All right, we're going deep on this question today, right? We're going deep. This is a deep one. I need you to think about this one, all right? Remember we did the one with Godwink today? We had a lot of good calls. Here's what we got today. And after some things that I had to do this morning, we're not going to talk about it, but I need to know. I was curious about this. If you could place one phone call to heaven, who are you calling? And you got one sentence to tell them.
Why are we doing this today?
Right?
Come on, man.
No, we need some good. We need to hear some good. Right?
Yeah.
You get one phone call to heaven. Who you calling? And I'll start, right? Obviously I'd call my mom, right? Yeah. My mother had this knack of constant worrying about me, my brother, and my sister, like constant worrying. And I know it drove her crazy. I know I drove her crazy. And my thing would be just to say, everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's okay. She always worried about everybody, to say, Mom, everybody's okay. And I think that, and I tell her that every night anyway, but there's some things that happened the last 4 to 5 days, thinking like, if you make that call, because, it's a feeling of empowerment and knowing, and I'll go real quick. Let me borrow this time. There's a Billy Graham channel around the radio. I listen to quite a bit. And this guy was talking about, he says, when I get to heaven, I'm not going to see Billy Graham. And I'm like, what? He goes, when I get to heaven, I won't see Billy Graham. And I'm like, oh, I got to listen to this. And the thing was, we're saying that Billy Graham is going to be standing so close to God that he won't see him.
Oh wow,
All right. And I was like, man, that's
pretty
that is
powerful.
what we attain for.
Yeah.
So I was like, all this stuff about heaven going on, and just like, you make one phone call. What
I
do you
like
say?
that. Our question of the day presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First time shooter, shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you, and check them out at ariestactical.com. This is a tough question because I got like 4 answers that, I want to say.
Okay.
But, dad.
All right.
I would call my dad and just tell him, hey.
You got one thing, you got one sentence to tell him.
You were right. That's it.
Okay. Don't have to explain unless you want to. But
nope. You were right. So that's what I would tell him.
Dr. Crane?
Oh, it's for sure my grandfather. Everybody knows that by now if you've listened to the show long enough. Probably the one.
What's his name?
Lorenzo Parente.
Okay.
Yeah, I honor that guy every day in my work that I do. I'd probably say the one sentence is, I love you. Simple as that. There's really a lot more words in that one sentence.
Yeah.
That just carry a lot of volume to it. So just the simple words of, I love you. Ti amo. Ti amo bene.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know. I'd want to call my grandfather too. I mean, like they'd both be right there together.
Is that your dad's dad?
No, my mom's dad.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, I would just be like, I need them on the phone at the same time.
Right. Yeah, we got you on speakerphone.
And I would tell them the same thing.
Yeah,
you were right.
You're right. Okay. I know it's deep and we like to have a lot of fun, but some days it's like need to hear what people would say and who they would honor and who they would talk about, because it's some days are good, man. Some days are rough, but at the end, we're all together on this, man. This journey we all do together. So I just think it would kind of that one phone call and like I said, I do it every night, in my mind and things that happened in the last week or so. And so you think about how, it's also the part of, why am I still here? I deal with that a lot. Like, why am I still standing at 57 years old? Why am I still here? It's a question I battle daily.
Yeah, no, I get it. But it's a good question. 615-737-1025. We'll get some of those answers as we go along. We'll talk a little Music City Grand Prix today at 2:00. The combine going on. Mike Borgonzi has spoken. We'll play some of the things that he had to say and check in up there in Indianapolis as well. We're up and running here on this Wednesday. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Jeffrey Simmons, he's asked 3 different times. Without hesitation, he said you. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh man, that's actually crazy. I didn't know that, but that's a hell of an opportunity. I mean, God gonna work everything out of His own way for a certain reason, and I know that wherever I end up landing is all hell on wheels.
I love that. That's Ruben Bain earlier today at the combine, chasing Big Joe. Hell on wheels.
Good.
Love that.
Just how long is this lot in? Not in New York, Phoenix, only in Nashville.
Here's the thing, though, that I did want to read this because Bucky Brooks has done his second mock draft now, and he has Arvell Reese going to the Titans at 4. He's listed as a linebacker / edge. This is what Brooks writes. Robert Saleh cannot resist the opportunity to take a chance on building a defense around an explosive athlete with natural playmaking skills as an off-ball linebacker and edge rusher. Reese's overall development could take some time, especially considering he only served as a full-time starter for 1 season at Ohio State, but the Titans' defensive-minded head coach could unlock his enticing potential.
I would have more credence if that was the actual Bucky the Beaver instead of Bucky Brooks. I'm not doing projects again.
I'm
not
with you.
doing it.
I'm with you. He'd be of the 3, he'd be 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd go Bain, Bailey, and then Reese.
What McLean said it, Tim House, put on the tape, man. Put on the tape and see what Ruben Bain could do. I mean, look, he's been a year, needs some development. When you hear needs some development, no,
he has Bailey going 2nd overall to the Jets. Bailey is a spectacular sack specialist with the explosiveness to wreak havoc on quarterbacks. He has Bain going 7th to Washington. The high motor defender is a relentless pass rusher with a power-based game that could remind Dan Quinn of a young Dante Fowler Jr. Bain's disruptive potential exceeds his production, making him the perfect complement to a more traditional edge rusher.
Who's he got? The Cardinals taking at 3.
Cardinals go with Francis Mayagoa, the offensive tackle at Miami.
They ain't taking that guy. They're playmakers, man. Playmakers.
Giants take Caleb Downs, safety from Ohio State at 5. Spencer Fanu, the offensive tackle from Utah, goes to Cleveland at 6. I mentioned Bain. 8th overall, New Orleans Saints, Jeremiah Love.
Pretty good.
He'd be good there.
Him and Shuck.
Kansas City, Carnell Tate, the wide receiver from Ohio State. And then the Bengals go Keldrick Falk, edge rusher from Auburn.
Our guy.
Cincinnati.
Friend of the show, man.
I do like him.
He likes you too.
Thanks, man.
He said
and
he was done.
And my Cowboys go Messidor, the other edge rusher from Miami.
Harry Potter
at 12.
I like it.
So I do.
Look, I'm telling you, if Bailey and Bain are gone and they get to the Titans at 4, trade out.
Trade back and try and get Messidor?
No, just trade out and get some gobble up some guys, 2 picks in the first 20. I'd rather have that. You can have my 4.
Yeah.
Cowboys move up and take Dusseldorf, and then they're good to go. Dumbledore, whoever the guy is. But if your guys aren't there, trade back, man.
You move back. All right, let's just for giggles say you get 12 and 20. Let's say you take Messidor at 12. I'd be fine with that.
Where's he from again?
Miami.
Okay.
He's the other edge rusher.
Guy. Okay.
Yeah. You take him. So there's your edge. And then Jordan Tyson's in there, a receiver.
Okay.
Has him going to the Jets. You got Jermon McCoy, the corner from Tennessee. He's in there that you could land. So at 20, they have Cowboys taking Avian Terrell, cornerback from Clemson. So, and then Mekhi Lemon's the next pick. So you could get a receiver or a corner. At 20, you get your edge rusher and then receiver or corner, and that's your first round.
Come on to the party, Chase. It's down the hall to the right. Come on in. Come on in.
I don't hate that.
You got a rusher and you got give me a corner or receiver. I prefer a corner. Then you solidify one spot, and you got 2 very important cogs on your defense.
Here's the thing, man. I'm with you. I lean towards taking care of defense, but like there's some nice receivers in the late
but do you need them?
round.
If you get Pearson free agency,
well, yeah, that's true.
You got DK Imanner or maybe one of the other guys hanging around the camp over there.
I mean,
you're good.
What you have to ask yourself: Mekhi Lemon, Casey Concepcion, those are the guys that are around around that pick, do you feel like you could get more out of them in their rookie year than you could in a developing DK or Iron Manor?
I'm passing on them. I am. I mean, I like the two guys you got.
They usually pass to them.
Oh, look at this guy, man! Right today. Oh man. Shut up. You should give me the corner. Rebuild the defense, right? You have 2 picks, rebuild the defense.
Yeah.
If that happens, if your guys are not there at 4. But if he's there at 4, Bane's still there at 4, take Bane and then go from there.
Yeah. I don't hate that. I really don't. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by Wilson County Hyundai.com. Ryan in Florida says pass rush or a wide receiver.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It says pass Bailey or a wide receiver. I don't know who Bailey is.
Robert Bailey or David Bailey
Oh, okay.
from Texas
Oh, yeah,
Tech.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Pass on. I see what he's saying. Pass on Bailey or a wide receiver.
Yeah, don't give me a wide receiver. I don't. Not right now. Not when you got guys that need to make impacts.
5633 says Messidor will be a 25-year-old rookie and didn't produce until this past season. Those guys never work out.
Okay. All right.
So
Seemed to be just fine this past year, but that's okay. 25 just means he's established, man. He's mature a little bit.
he does.
Mm-hmm.
He does. I'm looking at people have sent leaks of the Titans jersey. I mean, these are the Oilers.
Right. They are. Yeah. I mean, we've already seen it. I mean, it's happening. Yeah. I don't mind it with the helmet and the jersey. It's okay.
I do like if this is it, I like the white one. I mean, that light blue number with the red outline is pretty sick.
It's Oilers.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, it's all the, that's fine. We're good with that. You know, I like the helmet. I mean, the complete package looks good to me. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But that when you put that number 1 up right there, immediately I thought,
I mean, look, that's Warren Moon.
it's Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Immediately thought Warren Moon. And that's
Yeah.
fine. She got her wish. She got daddy's colors back. That's fine. Just, you'll know you're going to get, like, you're the Oilers. So
I just want to. I would like to see an alternate with the dark blue. Like if you did that scheme in dark blue as the 3rd jersey, that'd be pretty sick.
Well, yeah, tell them. Maybe they're working on that.
Hey, can you give me Amy's number?
Maybe
Let me
they're
call her. Get the cell.
Call Burke NyQuil, and maybe he's got a line to Amy Adams and say, Burke, it's Chase. Real quick, man. Real quick. Can you do an alternate dark just for me? He's like, sure, man. We got this taken care of.
Burt Nyhill, I think is what you mean.
It's all better.
That's pretty good. Some of the answers, we're going to kind of weave this because people, B-Man has said, thanks, Joe. We're all crying now for the next 3 hours based on our question of the day. 3337 says, damn, dudes, y'all got a bunch of grown-ass men bawling their eyes out over here in Middle Tennessee. Thanks for this.
It's good to cry.
Our question of the day is, you get one phone call to heaven. Who is it? And you get one sentence.
Yeah, one sentence. Yep.
Stephen in Clarksville. To either of my grandfathers, I hope you're still proud.
It's strong. See, that's
good.
strong. Job, Stephen.
7268. I would call my grandfather. He passed away my freshman year of college and never got to hear me on radio. I thought about him a lot when I was doing color and high school basketball broadcasts in my first full-time radio job. All I would say is I hope the reception was good.
Who said that?
7268.
Thank you. I mean, that's beyond powerful. You know, and grandpa's, you know, your grandpa was wonderful. Dr. Crane's was. Mine was the greatest man who walked on earth besides Jesus. I mean, that's something, man. That's good. Thank you for that, buddy.
Yeah. That's Jake Wallman.
Nice.
That's who that was.
Way
That's
to
who
go,
I thought
Jake.
that was. Hi, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Nevada Josh, it would be my Nana and great Nana on speaker too. And I'll just say, love you and see you soon. Another one for fun's sake would be Tupac, just to say they got him.
Oh, man.
That's good. Skeeter from Spring Hill. I would call my dad who passed in 2011 to introduce him to his granddaughter who was born in 2017, or my cousin who passed at the age of 21 when I was 8 to let him know how much of an impact he was in my life in the short time I was around him.
Beautiful. Thank you, Skeeter.
Those are good.
Yep.
We'll get to those throughout the show. 615-737-1025. Coming up next, the Raiders general manager, John Spytek, said something that I immediately put in the Joe files because I want you to hear that.
Okay,
We'll
good.
talk about it coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
You say bring in a young quarterback? I think you want to have as much pressure, or limit the amount of pressure you have on that guy from the start. Now, if you have a young quarterback, I'm not necessarily in favor of running him out there right away either. So, another quality player that can play the quarterback position, if you have a young quarterback, and obviously a great offensive line, a run game, all the things that can limit his chances to really get killed, and a great defense too, because if he doesn't feel like he's got to go out there and score 35 points every week, I think that's helpful.
That was Raiders general manager John Spytek earlier at the NFL Combine. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. And I bring that up because of what he said of, doesn't love the idea of throwing the young quarterback in there right away. Scheduled to take the first overall pick, just like the Titans did last year. Everybody believes it's going to be Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback from Indiana that just won the Heisman and the national championship. What do you think about that? Because we all knew last year Cam Ward was going to start on day one. Now you have a GM basically saying, man, I'd be okay not rushing him in there.
I think he's lying. I think the owner and Tom Brady are going to say go.
Well, I don't know. I'm wondering how much of that could be coming from Brady.
Do you want Geno Smith to start again? You've seen that disaster.
Look, they're not a good team. They're not going to be a good team just because they take Mendoza. If they can let him sit for a few games and learn behind Smith, I don't think that's a terrible thing.
He ain't sitting playing. You got to play, man. How are you going to learn? Go through the fire. Cam Ward is going to be a 180 this year.
I think so.
Because of last year, right? Oh, I've seen that before. And Derek Mason could tell you this, and so could Tim Hasselbeck. Seeing on tape and seeing in front of your face, completely different.
Sure.
So now Cam Ward recognizes coverages. Oh, that safety's drifting over. He's going to go back. All the good stuff. Put Mendoza in there. Let him learn. It is not Steve McNair 1995 with the Oilers anymore. It's not Jordan Love with the Packers in 2020. They don't have that. Jordan Love had Aaron Rodgers, right? Chris Chandler was a jerk, but he was still a decent quarterback, so Steve got to learn, right? Who's Mendoza? Geno Smith? I'd rather have you out there. Let him go. That's just all a bunch of not.
So you think he's lying?
Absolutely is.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, if you draft Mendoza in April, you got May, June, and here's the thing. Unlike Callahan's dumbass, let Mendoza work the exhibition games.
Yeah.
Play those into the second half. Not a series here or there. I firmly believe that held Cam Ward back for quite a bit. And then you got to expect to start week 1 to go out there on Denver when you haven't led the team into the locker room at halftime. I mean, that's coaching malpractice. Throw him out there, man. You know, Brady got to learn because he was stuck behind Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe was pretty good at the time. So Brady was going to fight that. But now, if Brady's sitting that, you got to sit. No, man, go.
This is what I hope happens this year with the Titans along those lines, that Robert Saleh comes up with the plan of Cam plays the first quarter in game number 1. He goes through the half in game number 2, and then you can sit there and decide what you do in game 3. If he doesn't play in game 3, I'm okay with that as long as you've gotten what you need out of game 1 and game 2. If he plays, a quarter or whatever in game 3, that's fine. But I'm with you that the second game, I need him to go and do the half.
Yep. I need to come back out, and I need a series in the second half.
And that's fine. Give me one series in the second half. But, go through the halftime. Go through all of that,
And don't design those god-awful, stupid running plays.
Yeah.
Do not get me started on that. Let him throw. Let him run the off. He's got playmakers.
But what if he gets hurt?
If he gets hurt on scrambling, that's different. Design run play. I told you the Saban thing. And crutch situations, think of playmakers, not plays. So let Cam get the ball to his playmakers. Listen, man, it ain't rocket science.
Yeah, and you put it.
Right?
The other thing too is you put him behind his starting offensive line.
Yes,
he's never going to not play without them. Unless one guy's hurt.
Exactly.
But you're going to have the O-line out there, and you go through it. But and I'd have to go back and look at what his track record was with the Jets, how he manage that, and I know it's different, but
I think you're going to see a completely different Robert Saleh here than you do with the Jets.
I do too.
Right? Do you know that Aaron Glenn now is a coach, right? So he wanted to hear about Woody Johnson, what he did a few weeks ago. No. Woody Johnson, Aaron Glenn wanted to hire a defensive coordinator. I forget who it is, somebody in Tampa. And Aaron Glenn was going to fly down off the guy the job and start. And then Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, said no. And Aaron Glenn's like, well, why not? This is according to the papers and everything. He said, you're a defensive coordinator. Why don't you do the defense? Right? And he's like, well, I don't care this guy you got. You do the defense. So now Aaron Glenn's calling the defense. Yeah. And the guy I wanted to bring in is not. That's what Robert Saleh had to deal with in New York City.
That sounds funny.
It is funny, right? It is. It is. It's hilarious, pal.
Yep.
So I think Saleh is going to be a different coach than what you saw in New York with the Jets.
I hope so. He needs to be. So you think the young quarterback just needs to play?
Yep. And look at Mendoza, right? This isn't your typical quarterback. It's a quarterback that went to Cal. Nobody recruited him. He had to fight at Cal, got the hell beat out of him at Cal, went to Indiana, led Indiana to unprecedented heights, which we've never seen before. One of the greatest sports stories of all time. And the guy was a warrior. And so I think if he's not a success in the NFL, I'd be shocked.
I will too. I think they got something. I mean, I really do. I think he, Brandon Aubrey has agreed with the Cowboys to be the highest paid kicker in NFL history.
All right, Brad Hopkins.
Sorry. That was big news. He's the best kicker.
It's a kicker. Come on, man.
Don't hate on my kicker.
God, if it had been a punter, I'd have called out the rest of the day and done that. No, I just think let Mendoza go. Brady loves him. Mark Davis, I'm gonna let him go. Right
Okay.
now, the concern now is like, all right, what receivers they have that maybe the Titans are looking at? Maybe Alec Pierce goes to the Raiders. It's all about money, though. Who's going to pay
Yeah.
the guy the more money to do that? But Raiders need receivers too, and so do the Titans.
Well, I'm just going to be curious of when we get, are they going to cut Ridley? Are they going to cut Snead? Like what are they going to restructure? Because I feel like that's got to be the next step after the combine of figuring that part out, because they're right at 100, like just under 100 million in cap space.
Right.
You would save some money by cutting those guys. I mean, there's still a dead cap hit, but you would still save and add to what you got.
Well,
so,
Ridley would be a fool not to accept some.
I would think so.
adjustment.
I would go to him and just be like, "Hey, we're gonna rework your deal if you want to stay here."
Would you bring him back and still get Alec Pierce?
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely would. Because I don't view him as a number one. I view him right now as probably a 3 or a 4. But look, if he's willing to take a major pay cut, rework the deal, and is like, hey, I want to stay, I want to play with Cam and all this stuff, and you go from there, that doesn't hurt anything.
I'm with you.
Now Snead, get him out of here. That was a mistake.
It's a lot of
I think you got to move on. They did, but it's like I said the other day. I think the feeling in that building needs to be, mistakes were made. We got to move on.
What about this? Now you got me thinking. All right, they don't get there. They get it 4. They go 12-20. They get a pass rusher and a cornerback at 20. They sign Alec Pierce. They sign Alontae Taylor. How better is this team looking now?
I feel a lot better about
2 corners. You got a burner receiver.
Yep.
And you got a pass rusher.
Yep. No, I'd feel better about it. Plus, on top of whatever depth you do in free agency as well. Because I mean, there's some depth. Okay, so what if you did this? You were cutting Snead, so you're just going to eat that in whatever the dead cap is. All right, let's.
You know how I would cut Snead? I would do a fake Tinder profile, right, with his face on there, and I would show him to his face, and I would swipe left. We're getting rid of you, Snead. That's how.
I did see him tweet last night that he was like, man, this bleep's getting old or something like that. And I thought they'd cut him. I was looking everywhere. I'm like, oh, they cut him?
This bleep's getting old.
Yeah.
What's getting old?
I don't know.
Counting your millions? Well, that gets old. Needs to grow up.
Titans are still in process of evaluating Snead.
Okay.
So. All right. So here's his contract. According to Spot Rack, they can get out of it now. And he'd only have about a $8 million dead cap hit. They'd save over. I mean, they'd save about $10 million.
He's gone.
Yeah. So I say cut him.
Cut him. Let him go. So you get out of here.
All right. So you cut him, you draft the corner, you sign Alontae Taylor. Plus you have, Marcus Harris that I think is still on the roster. That's a young guy.
Okay.
You would need to sign somebody else.
Yeah.
You would get a depth piece.
Good trade on that Roger McCreary. That was nice.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So you do that. You draft an edge rusher somewhere in there.
This is if you back up to 12.
Yeah. You draft an edge rusher. Do you consider? I don't know. I mean, who's a free agent that could be out there that you could sign cheap? I mean, you could bring edge rusher.
Oh, okay.
You could bring Arden Key back if you wanted to. He wasn't terrible. He's a knucklehead, but he wasn't terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't good. I don't have to look. I don't know. I'm not a fan because I go back to the Jason Babin 1 year signing and just didn't. I know he had a bunch of sacks.
I liked him,
but he didn't impact the team. Right.
You know what they need? They need somebody like a Dave Ball. Not a big name, but a guy that he's going to go out there and work for you, and he'll be productive.
Dave Ball was from another planet.
He was, but he was still he busted his ass.
Remember the Thanksgiving game when he intercepted the pass and got a pick 6?
Yeah.
That was badass.
Yeah. So
ballroom blitz, man.
Ballroom blitz. So just best thing ever. 615-737-1025. We'll continue this next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe show right here on 102.5 The Game, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Chase had to step out and take a phone call. I think it was John Spytek, what's his name, from the Raiders?
John Spytek, the general manager.
I think he took umbrage with some of Chase's attitude.
Look,
That's the power of this show, man.
we carry a lot of weight, and I'm not just talking about in the seats either.
Right, pal. Hello. Real quick before we get back, our question of the day is, if you could place one phone call to heaven, who you calling? Who you got one sentence to tell whoever you're calling. We get a lot of response to that. We'll get back in just a second, but and free agency talk. But Dr. Crane, boys in is it gold?
Yeah, the boys in gold
Won last night.
They
Tell
did.
us about it.
5-0. I mean, they won 7-0 on aggregate. They moved to the round of 16 to take on Inter Miami and Lionel Messi. So that should be a fun little matchup there. That'll take place March 10th through the 12th. In between, they just got to figure out a certain day for that. But as of right now, they're clicking on all cylinders.
All right. You said they won on. I thought they played on turf.
Well, they do play on turf.
You said they won on aggregate. What does that mean?
Aggregate, scoreline aggregate. So basically, away goals can count as more, or that's how they kind of differentiate. So say if you're tied after 2 games, 2-2, if you have more away goals, then you move on to the next round.
Are you being serious right now?
Dead serious.
What does soccer have to make it? And look, I'm trying to learn it, because Dr. Crane loves soccer, and I want to be on the same page. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead
If
serious.
the goal on the road means more than a goal overall?
Yeah, that's right.
So, all right. So there's 7. They won 2 games.
3 total, but 2 games in this tournament. Yeah.
All right. And then so they'll play Messi
Yes.
in the CONCACAF, not the MLS.
Correct. In the
I am
CONCACAF.
so confused at this.
Well, it's just a tournament.
Why are you confused?
You should hear this. They played on aggregate, not turf. last
Scoreline
time.
aggregate.
And
That
now
hurts.
this guy, hell yeah, it hurts, right?
I was telling him about the aggregate and how basically the scoreline aggregate. Let me clarify. If you're tied like 2-2 in the aggregate, the away goals count more than the home goals.
Oh, okay.
essentially.
I
So
gotcha.
that's just utterly ridiculous. All right, so don't shake your head at me. I'm trying to learn. All right, I don't need
Yeah.
you to be a soccer snob.
No, I'm not.
Messi, what's the deal here with this?
Right now, he's having a bit of an issue with referees. I think the referee that they had some sort of debacle in one of the previous games, and the referee got like a 2 or 3 match game suspension, something like that. And Messi was not, I guess, penalized for any of it. Again, you could call it the Messi tax. Basically, the guy kind of runs the league in a roundabout way. But overall, looking at this Nashville team, I think and you put me on the spot last Wednesday to mark the day here. I think this team wins a championship this year. I really do.
Is the game versus Messi, is that here or down there?
They have a home and away.
Oh, okay. By the way, I think Miami played LA at the Coliseum. Like 90,000 people showed up.
Yeah, LA won 3-0.
Did they really? Maybe that's why he was mad.
Yeah, there were some calls that were not in his favor. That's why.
Okay. All right. So good. So one of the boys, Nashville, let's see, when do they go again?
They play Saturday in Dallas at 7:30. So that'll be a fun one to watch.
What team is that?
Dallas FC. Former Nashville FC player Shaq Moore, right back, who played here, now plays for Dallas.
Are you kidding me? Shaq Moore's down there now?
Isn't that crazy?
All right. Well, good. When's the next home game, homeboy?
Next weekend.
Okay. There we go. All right. We thought you took a phone call. Was it John Spytek from the Raiders?
It was not. No.
Oh, okay. The way you got out of here, I was like, man.
It was not.
You're like, hey, this
But
is
I'm back
Chase. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just making sure that wasn't Spytek threatening you. I'm not a fan of that. I haven't heard back from Terry McCormick. So
Spy Tech seems like a evil organization. in
does
a
it not?
action movie?
I love the name.
Spy Tech.
Yeah, I love it, man. So I guess.
Dun.
So is Borganti done talking?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Ryan in Florida wants to know your top 5 free agent wide receivers
I'll give you 2 that I really like.
because that's the only 2 you can remember right now.
No,
Let me-
man,
let me-
shut up.
Let me help. I'll help you.
Alec Pierce.
All right.
Somebody said, why him? I said, well, he can take the top off. He's really good receiver catching the ball. I mean, he's really good route runner. And you hurt him because you taken him away from the Colts.
Yep.
Second guy is Jennings, right? The guy is
Sean
a
Jennings.
force inside the red zone. And you need 5. He's getting you 6 yards. I mean, he is a dependable, big, strong receiver. Those are the 2 that I like right now. I keep getting asked about Deebo Samuel. No,
I don't like Debo.
not at all. Not getting him.
I don't like Debo. I would agree with you on Pierce, and then probably Romeo Dobbs. Probably put him in there. Juwan Jennings. I mean, you have to put Mike Evans in there, even though I think he ends up going back to Tampa. I think he's going to test free agency, but I think he goes back to Tampa.
I like the Buffalo connection. There's a lot of talk about Buffalo wants him, allegedly.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Wendell Robinson. I put him in there too.
Wendell Robinson. Yeah.
But yeah, Jason Light did say today, he's like, look, Mike Evans has earned the right to test free agency, but I want him to retire a buck.
Yeah.
So and he should.
There were some national guys like, he needs to go. He's never sniffed a Super Bowl in Tampa. And I was like, well, he just won one.
Except the one he won.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know.
A few
other
years
than
ago.
that.
Yeah, good for him. But I think I'm Mike Evans is he's a little bit long in the tooth. I think he's good, but he can't be the guy.
No.
Alec Pierce has got to be the guy.
Yeah.
Right? You got to give me the go route 50 yards down the field so Tim Hasselbeck can underthrow you. I mean, you got to be that guy to get down the field.
I want the Titans to sign Lil Jordan Humphrey just so you can say his name.
Lil Jordan. Where's he from?
He was with Denver.
Okay.
Yeah.
His first name's
too.
Little?
LIL Jordan.
No, we're good. No more Humphreys here.
Okay.
I fell in love with Adam Humphreys and he broke my heart.
Well, so did I. Because I mean, you know, who doesn't love the little, I'll say it, the little white slot receiver that
and he was great. Like the first weeks of camp, he was great.
Yeah, like Julian Edelman or
Welker,
Restrepo, Scotty Miller. I mean, Adam Humphreys, Drew Bennett kind of in that.
Yeah, he wasn't so much a slot, but
yeah, he was more of an outside guy.
Yeah. But when Humphrey got his bell rung, it was like it was different.
Knew it was done.
Hated that too, man, because he was really good at Tampa.
I liked him. When they signed him, John signed him, right?
He did.
I think. Yeah, I loved that move. I thought that was going to be a good move, but
things happen, man. Injuries happen, concussion. You can't mess around with a concussion. He was never the same. I think he had landed on for a year someplace else, and then was never what he was in Tampa. And that's the thing about bringing guy. The Titans have had such a bad history of bringing in receivers, that have not worked out. Humphreys, Pickens, the guy from the Falcons. What's his name? From the Alabama. I can't.
Julio Jones.
God, dang it. And then Hopkins, when he bitched about not getting the ball, and then get out of here.
He's a free agent. You can bring him back.
Nope.
The Titans have announced more details on their uniform debut, I guess. It will be March 12th at the Pinnacle at 7:30. Tickets will be available starting tomorrow at 10. Your ticket claim link will hit your inbox tomorrow morning. I guess that's for all tickets are free, standing room only, and limit 2 per PSL account on first come, first served basis. So I guess these are for season ticket holders, but they'll do the event at the Pinnacle on March 12th.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
They'll live stream it, and they need to bring out players. The reveal back in '99 was done perfectly by them.
Yeah. And I went to the last one.
Yeah. Remember who
downtown?
Remember who performed that day?
No.
2 bands. Well,
Florida Georgia Line was one of them.
And the opening act was?
I don't remember.
Morgan Wallen.
Oh, you're right. I don't remember that, but you're right.
Yeah, I have a picture of me interviewing Florida Georgia Line.
I bet you hated it.
Oh my God. And then Morgan Wallen's in the background.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So there you go. Coming up next, ESPN has one of Seth Waller put together a list predicting the starting quarterback for all 32 NFL teams in game 1.
What's this guy's name?
Seth Walder.
Okay, we'll get ready to hate him.
All right. We will do that. Coming up next, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day so far. Chase McKay, Big Joe Dubin, and Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier with you. Terry McCormick going to join us from the Combine at the bottom of the hour, get an update on him from him and what he had to say, or what Mike Borgonzi had to say earlier today when he talked. So we look forward to that.
We do look forward to that.
Seth Walder, ESPN, has a list of predicting all 32 NFL starting quarterbacks for the 2026 season. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. For the Titans, he has Cam Ward. So I know it was a little touch and go there for a second, but just wanted to make sure you had that.
All right.
All right. The Cleveland Browns. Do you have a guess?
Shador.
Kyler Murray is who he has.
I already hate this list.
He says, I wonder if the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold at quarterback will be good for the reclamation quarterback market. And frankly, Murray is much less daunting proposition now that than Darnold was when he signed with the Vikings 2 years ago. It goes on and says a lot. So some might clamor to give Shador Sanders more development time, but I think that would be a mistake. A fifth-round pick who's 18.9 QBR would have been by far worse in the league if he'd played enough to qualify. Ought to be considered the longest of shots. So the Browns should start pursuing other quarterback options.
Pass. Give me Shador. I think Shador's got a hell of an arm. Let him see what he can do.
The Miami Dolphins.
Good Lord. $30 million to Willis.
Malik Willis. Yep. And that's being reported. That's what's going to happen.
That's crazy. Just crazy.
So there you go.
Well, you know
Malik
what?
Willis.
Good for him. Baseball pitchers make a just stupid amount of money. Good for Malik Willis.
The Minnesota Vikings.
They're not giving up on J.J. McCarthy.
Kirk Cousins. Bringing him home.
This guy trying to impress his boss, Seth Walder.
Walder.
No, they are not giving up on they are.
I think they are.
They're going to give one more round with J.J. McCarthy.
It's a new GM.
One more
this
round.
Isn't his guy.
You get one more round.
This one made me laugh. The New York Jets.
Man, that's a really good one. Oh my God, a current starter in the league, or
he was.
Garoppolo.
You're never going to get it. No. The Jets were the hardest team for me to predict in this exercise. There are so many feasible candidates. New York certainly could be a landing place for a non-Mendoza rookie quarterback, and it would make sense for the Jets to be in the Willis sweepstakes. If they want a stable veteran, perhaps the Jets would look at Cousins or getting Derek Carr out of retirement, though neither would be necessarily a long-term solution. Or New York could contemplate a few trade candidates with Mac Jones, Tanner McKee, and the one that he says, Spencer Rattler.
All right. I mean, this guy was doing shots and writing this list. All right. No.
Probably.
Rattler's terrible. He was terrible with the Saints. Terrible.
I know.
He was terrible at South Carolina, although he did beat Tennessee.
He has a category called early season injury stand-ins for some hurt quarterbacks. He does believe the Colts will bring Daniel Jones back.
Okay.
But will he be ready? He is predicting that Gardner Minshew will return to the Colts where he was a few years ago and start the season and then back up Jones.
So when you're with Anthony Richardson,
I think he's gone.
Well, this guy, your little buddy should have addressed this.
Yep.
All right.
I think he's gone. Because Minshew's star has fallen, he would be a cheap option for the Colts to pair with second-year quarterback Riley Leonard while they wait for Jones to heal.
So now they got 8 quarterbacks in Indianapolis.
I guess.
Good. All right.
Kansas City. Let's say Mahomes is not ready for the start of the season, which there's a good chance he won't be. I'm smiling for a reason. It's a name you know very well.
Danny White.
No.
I have no idea.
Marcus Mariota.
Oh, God.
I think that's the perfect spot for him
Right.
to go back up Mahomes and then start a couple games.
All right. If you want to put him out there and go 5-12, that's fine.
Well, he's not going to start the whole season. Mahomes will be
Start
back.
some games.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He can win a couple for you. And then Mahomes comes back in.
I don't know.
He's a good backup. He's just
Okay.
not a starter.
You're right.
So there you go. Arizona Cardinals, he has Jacoby Brissett staying there and being the starter. Atlanta Falcons, he sticks with Michael Penix, even though he's coming off a torn ACL. So that could be one to watch. Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers returns for another season and reunites with his former head coach, and then everybody else,
Yeah. I think that was an editor went to this guy and said, "Hey, I need a column from you."
Probably.
Let's throw it in there. I mean, you could have written a better column than that. There
Thanks.
was just nothing that stands out. I mean, Willis going to get paid, although there's some rumors that Arizona really likes him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but good for Malik Willis happening that way. But I think, again, we talked about the quarterbacks with Tim yesterday. I mean, there's just not a lot of good quarterbacks. There's some decent ones, but I don't want I want a good quarterback. And I think Cam Ward can develop into a good quarterback. I think he wants to develop into a good quarterback. So I think the Titans got something there. We'll see how it works out with him.
There is also one they have of top trade targets in the NFL. Brian Thomas Jr., the wide receiver from Jacksonville, is one of those. He's got 2 more years for a total of $4.9 million plus a 5th-year team option for 2028. I don't think the Titans do that, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Devon Achane from Miami, 1 more year for $5.9 million.
Nope, I'm good.
Running back. Jalen Waddle from Miami, 3 more years for $57.3 million with a $16.6 million fully guaranteed 2026.
Good Lord, that's a lot. What the Dolphins doing? They just get drunk and sign massive contracts to everyone.
I like he's got potential team fits, Steelers, Chiefs, Raiders, Ravens. I like Waddle, but not for that.
Yeah. No.
Max Crosby, edge rusher with the Raiders, 4 more years, $29 million per year, $30 million fully guaranteed in 2026. Chance of getting traded 60%. Potential team fits, Bears, Patriots, and Commanders.
He spoke very openly about his love for Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Very openly.
Oh, yeah. I think
Patriots give up a 1.
Yep.
And maybe a 4th rounder for Max Crosby. I mean, because you know what you're getting. The number 1 pick, you don't know where, because they're going to pick 31st.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This wide receiver has 4 more years at $28.25 million with $29 million fully guaranteed for 2026. He's got a 60% chance of getting traded, according to this, and potential team fits are the Patriots, the Bills, and the Ravens.
I'm going to up his odds of getting traded to about 99% after the coach said yesterday that he's probably not coming back.
That would be Arthur Juan Brown.
I think, do the Patriots need him?
I don't think. Here's the thing. If you're going to make a big trade and Crosby or AJ are your choices, you can't have both. I don't think you can pull both off.
Not at all.
If I'm them, I'm going Max Crosby.
Hell yeah. All day. But
now, the Bills?
No.
The Bills make sense for AJ, and so do the Ravens.
So does Miami.
Bring him back. You just want.
I want the full circle to come back together.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. DK Metcalf, 4 more years, $28.75 million per year. Nothing is guaranteed. They have a 25% chance of him getting traded with potential team fits as the Patriots, Commanders, and Bills.
I would not touch him, and he was terrible in the play. And he had that meltdown with the fan. Got suspended 2 games. Couldn't catch any passes. Wide open.
He's not good.
Psycho. Hit the road, Jack.
Kyler Murray, 2 more years at about $39.4 million per year with $36.8 guaranteed in 2026 and a team option for 2028. That's not as bad as I thought. Predicted chance of him getting traded is 5%.
Really?
Because they probably cut him.
Oh, okay.
Potential team fits: Dolphins, Jets, Vikings.
Plus, if you trade for him, if you pick him up, you got to buy a step stool.
Yeah, that too. No, well, you can pick him up.
Put him on your shoulders?
Yeah.
What about you put him in your pocket?
Yeah.
Carry him around, tickle him all day.
You do that.
I'm passing on. I'm passing on Kyler Murray. It was good. You had a nice run. You made a lot of money. You're just not good. It's okay. It's okay to say, look, man, it's not working out. We'll see you. Be done.
Be done with it. All right. Next, Sam Laporta, tight end for the Detroit Lions, 1 year at about $5.8 million. Chiefs, Ravens, Texans listed as potential fits. I like Laporta, but I think he's.
Why don't you stay in Detroit?
Yeah, I don't know.
mean, Dan Campbell played tight end. He knows tight ends.
He had back surgery too, so I'm good. I'm
okay.
good.
Take care.
Ricardo Green, cornerback, San Francisco 49ers. 2 more years at a total of $3.4 million. Nothing is guaranteed. 80% chance of getting traded. They have the Cowboys, Falcons, and Eagles as potential trade targets. He's only 25, and he would have value in a trade. The Niners have a new defensive coordinator in Raheem Morris, and Green might not fit the scheme. The 2024 second-round pick has just 1 interception in 2 NFL seasons and seemed to fall out of favor a bit with the coaching staff at times last season.
Sounds like somebody Robert Saleh might say, let's take a little flyer on this guy.
Potentially. So
all right, maybe a change of season and scenery could help out.
Spencer Rattler, 2 more years at $2.27 million, nothing guaranteed. Dolphins, Chiefs, Rams, Raiders. Minka Fitzpatrick, safety with the Miami Dolphins, 1 more year at $15.6 million. They have the Bills and the Cowboys as a fit for him.
We're good.
He was Alabama, right?
Alabama. And he was the Jalen Ramsey trade, right? From Pittsburgh to Miami.
Tua Tagovailoa from Miami. 5% chance of getting traded because they probably cut him. Vikings, Falcons, Cardinals. He'll land somewhere.
Sure he will.
But by the way, we haven't talked about it on this show, and there's a reason why. But any of this narrative being thrown around about the Titans using that cap space and just getting a bunch of picks by trading for him to be the backup. Come on now.
Who said that?
We're not going to name names.
Okay. It's nonsense.
But it's been thrown out there.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is. Look, and here's the thing. We saw, this might be apples and oranges. I'm sorry, I'm watching this commercial, but I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Moving on. Not to compare.
I can't stand you.
I'm sorry. This commercial is terrible. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I saw the Preds did that approach, right? Went all in. Stamkos, Brady Shea, Methuselah, all the guys to come in here. I don't like that approach. Like going all in. I'm not a fan of all that. Find 2 or 3 core pieces and then go. Give me Alec Pierce. Give me a cornerback. I like those 2 right there. Don't do what they did a few years ago and all that other stuff. Give me 2 solid pieces.
Yeah.
Right? And that's good. Yeah. There's plenty of depth, but don't overpay for all these. Do not do that.
8566 says that Saleh was the guy that Green fell out of favor with. So it's probably not coming.
Thank you for that, then. All right. He will not be coming. Let me call the realtor.
2646. I may have missed it earlier on in the show, but the talk of Romeo Doubs being a potential free agent signing for the Titans. What are the concerns, if any, about his injury history? Don't need another Calvin Ridley or Julio Jones. That'd be my biggest concern with Doubs. That's why I have Pierce first. You would have to make this very team friendly.
Yep.
For me to be on board with that.
Yeah. So. I do. And you know what? Going back to Saleh and talking about the guy from San Francisco, I can't wait to see Saleh climb somebody's ass during camp. I can't wait. These guys are not used to that. I cannot wait for him to do that. I hope he climbs your ass too, Chase.
He might.
What are you doing over there?
You? What are you doing? Sorry, coach.
Laps. Where's Chase?
I told you like one time I was standing on like the sideline with, I think I was with Buck or like with some of the reporters, and Vrabel like turned and made a joke. Like he was joking around and like he could clearly tell I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Sorry, coach. He's like, I'm just messing with you.
Oh my gosh. Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Raymond and Franklin. Hey, Joe, who is that Predator player again?
Methuselah. I can't pronounce his last name. Mahogany, whatever.
Marchessault?
Marchessault, that's it. Yeah. Methuselah's, he rolls off the tongue easier. So he signed those guys.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ray. I didn't know who the hell he was talking about.
I've dropped that terrible joke before. So yeah, Methuselah.
But here's the thing. You've dropped a lot of terrible jokes, and so they just kind of go in one ear and out the other.
Jokes.
615-737 1025. You want me to come up with more lists or?
I love those lists. They're great. Let's have one from the intern at ESPN
Okay,
about
we could do that.
best convenience stores around.
We can do that. We'll have more, including getting back to the question of the day.
Question of the day is,
Go ahead.
all right, if you could place one phone call to heaven, who are you calling? And you got one sentence to tell them. Who are you calling? And you got one sentence to tell them. 615-737-1025.
Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Tonight, Vanderbilt men's basketball hosts Georgia at Memorial Gym. 6 o'clock tip-off, pregame at 5:30 here on 1025. The game coverage is presented by Gary Force Acura. Hey, catch Derek Mason with 102.5 The Game live at Music City Indian, located at 1003 8th Avenue in Nashville this Saturday from noon to 2. Nash and the Preds Energy team will be there. Plus, enter to win Preds tickets and your chance to win a custom Predators Indian motorcycle signed by the whole team from Law Tigers in Music City Indian. Go check out D Mace there. Jason Big Joe live from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. We'll talk to Terry McCormick in about 10 minutes. I found another list for you because I know you love these. This one comes from The Athletic and Chris Vanini, and it's the 25 most fascinating assistant coaching hires in college football this year.
Okay.
you don't seem excited.
Oh, Jim Knowles, number 1.
I don't see him. Well, he might be, but this isn't in like an order.
Oh, okay.
This is in categories.
All right.
New head coach equals new coordinator is the first one.
Okay.
Jason Beck, the Michigan offensive coordinator. I don't really know him that well.
Yeah, me neither.
He'll coach Bryce Underwood. Name we both know. New Florida offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Former MTSU OC. Skylar Cassidy, Oklahoma State defensive coordinator. You know him?
I do not. I like his no, I don't. Just a dumb joke, but I couldn't get it out in time.
Cal offensive coordinator Jordan Somerville.
I have no idea.
All right. Deanton Lynn, Penn State defensive coordinator.
That was a Matt Campbell. That's not bad.
Yep. LeVar Woods, Michigan State special teams coordinator. He'd been with Kirk Ferentz. He'd played at Iowa. He'd been with him for like 20 years.
Nah, I don't know enough to do that.
Blake Baker, LSU defensive coordinator, and he says Baker is here with an asterisk because he didn't change jobs. The biggest hire Lane Kiffin made going to LSU was keeping the DC.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he had to keep some sort of continuity there.
Yep. Then a category, guess who's back? Brent Pry returns to Virginia Tech after being fired as head coach as the defensive coordinator.
So weird.
Well, there's another one of those instances. Zach Arnett returns to Mississippi State as the defensive coordinator.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Will Muschamp going back to Texas.
Hell yeah, man. Friend of the show.
Yep. I think that could be an interesting. Chad Morris returns to Clemson as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good.
Gary Patterson, USC defensive coordinator.
The former TCU coach?
Yep.
I had no idea. Okay.
I didn't know about this hire either. Do you know who the Northwestern OC is going to be?
Chris Palmer.
Chip Kelly.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good for him.
Yep. Power 4 hires in high-profile spots. North Carolina offensive coordinator, Bobby Petrino.
It's a weird hire.
Ohio State offensive coordinator.
Hell yeah.
Arthur Smith.
Artie.
That's going to be interesting. Colorado offensive coordinator, Brennan Marion.
Don't know him.
South Carolina offensive coordinator, Kendall Briles.
For 1 year. Enjoy that.
And here's the one you mentioned. Tennessee defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles.
I think that's a great.
That's good.
From Ohio State, went to Penn State, had the falling. I mean, of course, him and Jimmy Frank gets canned, and now he's in Tennessee. But he brought the Penn State really good edge rusher with him to Knoxville, which they needed. If Jim Knowles is pretty good, get that defense up to par, Falls might have something.
Illinois defensive coordinator, Bobby Hawk.
That's a former Titans guy, right?
He was a Montana head coach.
Yeah, or his brother was Tim Hawk.
Yeah.
That was here.
Yeah.
And then he has his other brother is Ham Hawk. Good guy.
You're an idiot.
Good coach.
Look at Dr.
He's a coach down at Golden Corral. Good guy.
And I get ridiculed for the family show. You gotta be kidding me.
Ham hock? You know what a ham hock is?
I thought oh, never mind.
No, it's something
what the hell is what are you
as an Italian cook, I would think, well, I mean, you are in the South, but you season things like it. I mean, it's meat.
Yeah.
Smoked meat.
Yeah, well, there's another reason.
Ham hock. What do you do at night?
I'll tell you guys in the break.
Okay.
What are you doing on weekend? I'm curious now.
You
No,
can-
maybe I'm not.
You can save this.
I will tell you guys in the break for sure.
All right.
Rob Aurick, Nebraska defensive coordinator.
No, I never heard of him.
Group of 6. Yeah, these might be people you don't know. Jordan Davis, East Carolina OC. Christian Taylor, Wyoming offensive coordinator. Cam Aiken, James Madison offensive coordinator. And then some promotions. Holman Wiggins gets promoted
Mrs. Wiggins. Mrs. Wiggins.
gets promoted to Texas A&M offensive coordinator. Drew Muringer, Oregon offensive coordinator. So there you go.
MTSU's got a new coordinator. Is it on there?
It is not.
It better be on there.
Who did they get?
A guy from his dad was the coach at Selfo.
Okay.
Something Selfo.
Selfie?
Cell phone. And then middle's coordinator went to Western.
Oh. Ooh.
It's like a big carousel, man.
That's all they do.
Around and around and around.
Skylar says Bobby Petrino being Bill Belichick's OC is hilarious. Those college girls better watch out.
Funny, not funny, yet funny. Oh my gosh.
Anywho, coming up next, Terry McCormick will join us from the Combine. We'll get his thoughts on what Mike Borgonzi had to say. Do that next. Chasing Big Joe.
Maybe he'll have a list.
Maybe. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. We'll say hello to Terry McCormick, Titan Insider and Main Street Media. Is where you can find his work. Terry, how is it going up there in Indy?
Well, Mike Borgonzi spoke with us today, and he didn't give away too many secrets from the company store, but he did reveal a little bit to us regarding the Titans and their draft evaluations and whatnot. So that was kind of an interesting little tidbit as he was asked to assess the three pass rushers at the top of the draft, being Arvell Reese, Reuben Bain, and David Bailey. So it's interesting that, and how he did that. He said each one of them is a little bit different, quite a bit different, actually. Bailey has the speed around the edge and the length. Bain, of course, there's the concern with the arms, which he kind of downplayed. But he said, he's a very tough guy and a very fierce guy. And he said that Arvell Reese offers the versatility to play inside or outside if you need him to.
Did you get a sense if he, and I know he's not going to obviously come out and say this, but did you get a sense on if there was one he liked more than the other, or if he seemed happy with all three, and if one of those three fell to them, that would be a good pick?
I think I got a sense that he'd be happy with all three. And any time up here, it could be a smokescreen. But yesterday, when we talked to Robert Saleh, and then again today, when we talked to Borgonzi, it really does seem like that they kind of like Reuben Bain, just the playmaking ability that he has. I don't think they feel like the arm length is a major concern. And yesterday, Saleh said, you have to look and see, if it's a problem, and you have to look and see if this guy is the exception or the rule. And he said the production was undeniable. And then today, Bain, when he had his media availability, I asked him about meeting with the Titans, and he said, I had a formal interview with him and I killed it. And then Borgonzi confirmed that. He said he did really well. And then he was quick to say all three of these guys interviewed really well with us. But there seems to be at least an affinity for Bain in terms of what they're saying publicly. Now, that could be a smoke screen or that could be the real deal.
I know Bain referenced it, but I mean, I would think Cam Ward can help this a little bit because they have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah, he said, as part of the question I asked him, he said that, every time Cam came back to Miami this year to watch them play, came back to campus or whatever, he said that he would talk to Bain and say, I'm going to do what I can to get you up here. So, who knows? I don't know how much pull Cam has. Remember, he thought he needed to be in at least partly on the coaching process, but I don't know that he's the one that made the call on Robert Saleh.
Right. We're talking to Terry McCormick, Titan Insider, Main Street Media. Borgonzi, you've done this so many times, Terry, that sometimes they're talking, not saying anything. Did Borgonzi lead into any kind of looking free agency or another prospect there? Because it's so hard to kind of dive into what the guys are trying to say when they don't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, they become kind of a master at it when you get to this level. They give you a nice little sound bite, but then when you go back and you listen to the sound bite, it's like, well, he didn't really tell me anything that I didn't already know, at least not much. But, he's not tipping his hand. But I think, they know they're going to have to be active in free agency because they have so many holes on the roster that they can't fill them all in the draft. Ideally, you would like to fill them in the draft, as many as you can, because you control those guys' contracts while they're still young and you have them for at least 4 years. But with the free agents and all, I asked him about that. And, he said that really there's two different kinds of free agents. You look for those ascending guys, maybe guys who are coming out of their first contract that their teams didn't have room for, or maybe they're a guy that needs a fresh start somewhere so that they can be more productive. And he said, you look for those type of guys, but then at other positions, you may just have to fill it with a veteran that still has something left in the tank and stopgap it for a year or two until you can, draft somebody else.
That's a very weird question. I'm a big body language guy. When Borgonzi or Saleh is talking about Reuben Bain, did they perk up or how was that energy when they talked about Reuben Bain?
They perked up. I mean, I think they did. I mean, Sala especially yesterday, because I was talking to TD with it afterwards. I said, am I reading too much into this? That Sala really seemed to like Ruben Bain, and he said, no, you're not reading into it at all. And I felt the same way. So I think we all kind of noticed that when when Ruben Bain came up. And, normally when they're talking about guys, they try to speak in generalities, but, he seemed to really like him, and Borgonzi seemed to second that today.
You remember when I was with you when it was 2010 draft night, the Titans really wanted Jason Paul-Pierre. Remember that night?
Pierre-Paul.
Pierre-Paul, yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul,
Yeah.
and they took Derek Morgan, and like the energy in the room was like gone. Like I don't want the same situation, Terry, on draft night where at 2 the Jets take Bain, at 3 the Cardinals take Bailey, and at 4 you're sitting there with Arvell Reese. I just think it's now we've all bought into Ruben Bain. Anything else will be a massive disappointment.
Maybe. I mean, it's still early in the process, but one of these other guys, you still got to, they got to do whatever drills they do here. They've got to go, you got to have your pro day with them, your private workout, all that sort of stuff. So somebody could still nose out somebody in terms of the pecking order, but it does seem like, that, if you put too many eggs in one basket, that it does seem to be a little bit of a letdown, at least for the fan base, if that guy, doesn't become available. I mean, the same thing happened 2 years ago, Joe, when everybody said they need Joe Alt, and I think they were in agreement that they
Right.
needed Joe Alt, and the LA Chargers took him right out from under them, and then they had to pivot to J.C. Latham and put on the show that J.C. Latham was the guy that they wanted all along.
Yeah, true. Any remarks up there about John Robinson getting a second chance with the Dolphins?
No, but I'm happy for J-Rob that he's getting another opportunity. I haven't really seen many Dolphins people around to talk to anybody about it, but I did text J-Rob and congratulated him, and he was very appreciative of that. And I did get to spend about 30 seconds with Mike Vrabel today, shaking his head as he was going at the same time as Borgonzi was at the podium. Borgonzi finished up first, so I drifted over and listened to the last question or two of Vrabel.
How was that?
Vrabel was Vrabel, he was himself, I mean, he's definitely one of one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Terry McCormick is with us, TitanInsider.com and Main Street Media. Is there a scenario in your mind, Joe and I have been talking about this, that you move out of 4 and add more draft capital?
Yep, I asked Borgonzi about that as well, and he said that one of the things that you do there, you just have to weigh, are there more players that you like? In other words, if you trade back to 7 or 8, are there a handful of players that you like all about the same, and can you get one of them? Or do you really like the player that's there at 4 and you're afraid you'll miss out and the quality will drop off if you don't take that guy? And I think that's kind of where they are. Now, he admitted it may be a little harder to move up for teams wanting to move up this year because there's only really one quarterback in Mendoza that's probably going to go off the board in the first 4 or 5 picks. So if that happens like everybody thinks, and there's not a quarterback, then it would take a really, really special player that somebody really wanted, sort of like what the Atlanta Falcons did a few years ago when they jumped up and got Julio Jones. It can be done, but it has to be a very special player that somebody really wants, and they'd have to offer you a bet. Because otherwise, if the player's that special, why aren't you taking them yourself?
Right. I know that according to a couple of your tweets, Borgonzi was complimentary of some of the top receivers in the draft, but also said there's some value in the middle rounds, and then went on to say about Chim DK, feels like there's still another level with him. Receiver is going to be a talked about position both in the draft and free agency. What were some of the senses you got from Borgonzi on that spot?
Yeah, I think that it is going to be a revamped receiver room. I think DK and Io Manor obviously will stick around. I think they probably move on from Calvin Ridley unless they don't, add somebody in free agency that can help them. And then they'll look to the draft. And if they go edge in the first round, which I think a lot of people are now leaning toward them doing, then, probably come back with a wide receiver in round 2 or 3 and hope to develop that guy into a weapon that Cam Ward can use. Because, as much as we talk about the need to rebuild the defense, and that absolutely is something that has to be done and pronto, there's also a need to give Cam Ward some more weapons to give this kid a chance to succeed. Because I think last year, with him being a rookie, part of the struggles that he had was because he didn't really have anybody that he could look to, a security blanket, if you will, a guy that he could look to and say, all right, it's 3rd and 7, the rush is in my face, I need to look for somebody that can bail me out and move the chains. He didn't really have that guy. And even as bad as, the Titans played, the previous couple of years, when they had a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, you saw how, a young quarterback in Levis would look for him almost too much at times because he knew D-Hop was the guy who could get it done.
Terry, the NFL is the greatest reality show for us guys. It's always changing, all the drama. But when you see, and you covered him, to see and understand that Malik Willis is going to make at least $30 million just absolutely blows my – good for him. I mean, good for Malik Willis. But it just shows, like, with and this is the Titans. I mean, he wasn't going to be the guy anyway. But it's $30 million for Malik Willis. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. I really don't have a question. That's more of a comment than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, Jim White and I were talking about that a little while ago. It's like, he suddenly is perhaps the top available free agent quarterback on the market this offseason.
Right.
And this is a guy that, when he was here with the Titans his first 2 years, we were wondering why they had drafted him at all because he really struggled. But it just shows you that in the right situation and given enough time, that a lot of these quarterbacks that wash out. I mean, you look at Sam Darnold, who's now a Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
You look at Baker Mayfield. You look at Jared Goff. You look at a lot of these guys that maybe washed out in their first turn or their second turn, and you wonder why it didn't work out. It's really more of this. It's the same teams that struggle to develop quarterbacks, but yet when quarterbacks get with good organizations, suddenly there's players around them. Suddenly there's stability in the scheme and the system and the coaching, and all of a sudden these guys are not as bad as people thought. And Malik Willis is a prime example of that.
Yeah, it is. It's funny. Borgonzi's they'll go through free agency and they'll do all this other stuff, and yet the most asked question will be, what are you going to do about Will Levis?
Absolutely. And right now I think it's about a 50-50 chance that Levis is on the roster on opening day. I mean, I think, they should probably, I think Will Levis in his heart, he wants to start somewhere, have a chance to start somewhere. The question is, will it happen this year for him because he missed all of last year with the shoulder surgery? So it's possible that he stays here and he's the backup behind Cam Ward to start the season. And, if something were to happen and he gets an opportunity to play, then he needs to go out and make the most of it. But if he looks good during preseason, there's such a need for quarterbacks. It's not out of the question that some team could give them a draft pick on cutdown day and they move Levis, somewhere else. The question is, it's just a matter of, it's a matter of with Levis is he just needs the right opportunity, just like a lot of guys do.
Right.
And you're gonna see that with Cam Ward. He's got to make this the right opportunity, and they've got to help him succeed because that's not what they've been doing with their quarterbacks. They've not been helping them succeed.
Terry, great stuff. Appreciate it as always. Talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Terry McCormick, TitanInsider.com, and also Main Street Media. We will have more coming up next, including talk a little Music City Grand Prix at 2:00. Don't miss that, but we'll have more coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
When is the Grand Prix?
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. Mr. Tom Jones. Hey, something big is coming to warm up Nashville. Right Time HVAC and Cromwell Media are about to change one family's winter. Stay tuned on how you could win.
All right. That's better than a list.
Look, I'm just going to keep coming up with lists every day just to make you mad.
Oh, man.
Let's go to the phones. Kenny the mailman has called into the program. Kenny, what's up?
Fellas, how are y'all doing?
We're doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Good. Chase, extra special thank you for working overtime on the weekend. I always love listening to the long form interview show, and I guess it's great that Terry just was on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I've listened. It doesn't matter if it's singers, musicians, sports figures, politicians. Everyone has had downturns in their lives, things that have happened to them. Terry got fired a couple of times. And it's not how you act when you're on top of the hill. It's how you react when things like that happen. And I'm telling you, I just I hope he's still listening. I enjoyed and learned from that interview and it was inspired.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with Terry at Roy's Meat Service, and I'm glad Greg Pogue asked me to kind of fill in for him while he does the MTSU Lady Raider games, and it's been cool because interviewing is really one of my favorite things to do in all this. So,
and here's a nugget of info for you. Cone High School in the late 70s, it was required. You had to have a Leonard Skinner T-shirt. You said "Freebird" is your favorite song.
Yeah.
The 1975. This is how old I am. 1979 graduating class. Each year we didn't get a senior trip. You know how these schools go to fancy places now? We got a trip to the Nashville Symphony each year, and the 1979 class got us banned forever because after every song they were holding up lighters and yelling, "Freebird! Freebird!" About a week later, Principal Fred Hatchett came over the intercom and said, "I am so embarrassed. We've just been informed we're banned forever from going to the Nashville Symphony." In about 3 seconds, every classroom exploded in applause. So,
we did it. We did it.
I don't think he took it as the way we intended it, but it's so great when you bring up memories because Chase said his favorite, he loved to listen to Freebird. So that reminded me of high school, buddy.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it.
Day.
You too. The class trip for the 1980 graduating class at McGavick was Nashville Shores, right?
It was. It was Hermitage Landing.
Hermitage Landing.
Yes,
okay.
It was. We got banned too because we all had knives and dope on us.
Okay.
That was back in the day.
Let's move on. Jim in Mount Juliet wants to weigh in on Malik Willis. Jim, what's up?
Morning, gentlemen. First, Kenny the Man ought to be in the Caller Hall of Fame. I always enjoy listening to his calls, always entertaining. Malik Willis, I'm like Joe. I'm bowled away when they say Malik Willis and $30 million in the same sentence. Do you really see him panning out, or is he just the latest reincarnation of the Rob Johnson, Doug Flynn syndrome? 2 or 3 great games, huge contract, and then doesn't do squat.
Well,
I'll hang up and listen.
All right, thank you. Well, look who the new GM is. Comes from the Packers. Look who the new head coach is. Came from the Packers, defensive coordinator. So they've seen him like run the scout team. They saw him start. I think most games he's ever started is 3 in a row. And maybe saw the energy he gave, when he came here and they beat the Titans in was it last year or 24? When the Packers came in at 24.
Yeah.
And maybe they saw something that we don't see every day. Look, he was good at Liberty, right? He wasn't great at Auburn. He was good at Liberty. And now he's got 4 years in the league. And maybe the Packers saw something that we've never seen. And I'm not begrudging Malik Willis. Not at all. But I just go back, they just shipped him off to Green Bay because he wasn't going to play here. Now he's the top free agent. This is so Titan-like.
But good for him.
Yeah. In every single way, it's so Titan-like. Here's a guy you drafted, you gave up on, didn't develop, and now he's the guy. So good for Malik Willis. Just $30 million is the bottom I'm hearing. I mean, it could be more than that. So, but the Packer brass is now, most of those guys are now in Miami running the show, saw what he could do in practice, preparation, locker room guy, leading the team to wins.
And you have the guy that drafted him on your staff now too. That you go like, hey, what'd
Even
you
better.
see in him?
Yep. So there you go. So good for Malik Willis.
Yeah. Look, I don't always have to agree with the move that gets made, but like, if a guy gets his, good on him. That's not his fault. He should.
I mean, we'll probably do this. Let's do this in the 2:00 hour after our guest about had he stayed, had they not drafted Levis, had they trying to work with him, had Tannehill was at the end. I mean, I think in 23, they were forced into picking a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think they were forced. Like, you better get one or else. I think they got bullied into getting Will Levis. I think now you see.
Just look at that whole draft in 23, which was that Rand's first draft. Yeah. I look at that whole draft, and it's like they were right around what they should have taken.
Yeah, that's a good point. Skoronski's name never came up. I mean, he was out there, but no mock had Skoronski at 11. None.
Yeah, you're right. Well, because they got screwed because they wanted Joe Alt. I think the whole plan.
Alt was 24. In 23, they wanted Stroud or Will Anderson. Remember, Texans traded up and got 2-3.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
The whole Diana Rossini nightmare talk was going on.
So that whole thing got screwed up.
Yep, and they panicked. I think.
There was somebody else right around there that they had been linked to. They had been linked to Skoronski. I mean, his name had been brought up, but not like.
I mean, I feel like, well, if they get here and they get this, but it wasn't like adamant. Like over a majority of the mocks had Skoronski.
Yeah, but 24, they had Joe. They thought they were going to get Joe Alt, and then panicked and went late.
I even had a shirt ready to go. It was Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's see. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs' name had been brought up. He goes the next pick.
Yep.
I think they knew they weren't getting Bijan.
They just all got drunk on Alabama guys again.
Yeah.
On offensive lineman, never take another.
Darnell Wright was the pick before.
Darnell Wright.
Another one. But yeah, I think they were trying to move up to get a quarterback.
In
23.
23, yeah.
Yep. And so then, because then they take Levis
in the second round.
And so Levis was kind of the consolation pick, and they traded up to get him when they probably could have gone receiver. Because remember, there was kind of a run on receivers at the end of the first round that I wondered if they tried to move back into. But even in the second round, they could have gotten Joey Porter was there. They could have Jonathan Mingo was one.
Mingo.
So
what we got next, buddy?
That was interesting. And Fischgrund is going to join us from the Bruschetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix. Tickets are on sale now. We'll talk more about that coming up next. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday, 2 o'clock hour. He's Big Joe. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Excited about the Bruschetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix coming back to our city at the Nashville Super Speedway, July 18th through the 19th. And tickets are on sale now simply by going to musiccitygp.com or calling 866-RACE-TICKS. They got 2-day general admission packages starting at just $80. And to talk more about that, we say hello to Ann Fischgrund from the Music City Grand Prix and NTT IndyCar Series. Ann, how the heck are you? It's on sale day. I know you're excited.
I am. It finally feels real again. I felt like we've been quiet for a few months, and I miss the sound of race cars and talking to our customers and our fans, and we're excited to welcome them back July 18th and 19th.
Well, the NTT IndyCar Series gets underway this weekend, but yes, it's in the middle of the summer. Going to be fun out there at the Nashville Super Speedway, and I love the deals you all have. I mean, $80 to get 2-day general admission tickets. That's pretty good.
And yes, we are so excited to offer that this year. General admission tickets means you have access to first come, first serve seats, rows 1 through 19 in those grandstands. So access a little easier than it has been in years past, but flexibility for the family, not to mention that kids tickets start at $10.
So what are some new things that people can expect this year?
I don't know if I'm ready to announce those things just yet, but we are excited to talk about music soon and a few other special items up our sleeves. But for the moment, we're excited for the purpose of the timing and the excitement around St. Petersburg. As you mentioned, the race fan getting in now, the best pricing we'll have until we get closer to the race. So buy now, save more, and join us. I will be in St. Pete, so if anyone's down there and wants to chat, I'd love to say hello.
Fantastic. I know who all the special guests are, but I'm not going to ruin it for you, okay? I'm good. I know everything. I think something on this, I know the event is great. People need to go to this because it's so beautiful and fantastic and a lot of fun, but the coverage you're getting, am I right about this, that the race is following the World Cup final?
Yes. So we are not only moving our date to come off of the World Cup final, some of our announcements will be around that, right? We want you to come and watch the FIFA World Cup final with us over at Nashville Super Speedway and then go into the race day. And this also allows us to have a race under the lights.
Yes. I love all of that. And again, NASCAR does a great job of this, but you guys do a great job as well. The access, the garage, the drivers. I mean, this is, you're not just paying a ticket and sitting in the far part of the stands. I mean, you're in. I mean, you get to meet these people and take pictures. I think you guys do such a good job of making it so much fun for everybody involved beyond sitting in the stands and watching a race.
Absolutely. The NTT IndyCar Series and Indy Next by Firestone allow customers the access that you wouldn't normally get, right? We have our autograph sessions with all of our drivers. People can buy a garage pass to get into the garages, see the drivers in the cars up close and personal. And then new this year, very limited numbers, but customers can buy a pit and garage pass. So getting into the pits during practice and qualifying for 18 years of age or older. But we've never offered that before. So a little more access if that's of interest.
Oh, and it's very cool. I mean, if you've never done that before for any type of racing, I mean, you literally go in the office, which is a lot of fun. And Fischgrund is with us. People may not realize this, but a lot of times the previous year's race winner, I mean, he's a part of all the promotional stuff and will help out. Yeah. I think it might help that he's the hometown boy, Joseph Newgarden, winning last year. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yes. It's so great. Everyone always talks about his credentials, right? He's a 2-time Indy 500 winner. He's an IndyCar champion, but this is the race he wanted to win.
Yep.
And after the season he had last year, it was a true homecoming. He needed this win, and this is where he wanted it. And so to be able to partner with him, for him to support this race, for him to own this race, right? To your point, he's the hometown kid. We want the community to come out and support him. And we hope that he does well in St. Pete and on in the season, because it only helps us with that local charm.
I feel like knowing him like I know him and knowing racing like I know racing, this is going to be a much better year for him and Team Penske.
Fingers crossed.
I also told him, I said, you better come back to Nashville and know how to play that guitar. So we'll see if he's taking lessons yet.
I like that challenge. Yeah.
All right. So once more, musiccitygp.com or call 866-RACE-TICKS. The 2-day general admission packages at just $80. And then kids tickets are starting at just $10 with the purchase of an adult ticket. Get in right now because these are the best prices you're going to get, right?
That is it. We look forward to seeing everyone there, July 18th and 19th.
And you guys you've never done a night race, right? If I remember, even going back before the first time you guys rolled through here, there's been a night race.
There have been IndyCar night races at other racetracks, but let's make this a really, really good one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be fantastic at the Super Speedway. That's great. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun. And again, don't forget, you can always camp out there too. Make it a whole weekend.
Oh, yeah, you can certainly do that. And camping out there is fantastic. I know a lot of people that have done it for both NASCAR and IndyCar, and it is a lot of fun. And always good to talk to you. We'll be talking a lot more as we go along, but excited that today is on sale day.
On sale day. We look forward to seeing everyone out at the racetrack.
Absolutely. And Fischgrund joining us from the Bruschetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix, which will be July 18th and 19th at the Nashville Super Speedway. Just go to musiccitygp.com or 866-RACE-TICKS.
Can't wait because that's going to be hot. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the cold
weather. And under the lights.
Under the lights, man. Let's go. Man.
Yeah, but they opened the season this weekend down in St. Petersburg. So looking forward to that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can hear it starting at 10:30 on Sports Talk 8:30 in the Game Nashville app.
Look at you, man.
On Sunday.
During the break, I know all the special guests. I'll tell you who's all going over there.
There's
good.
one you don't know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I get the list right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it. But they're going to announce it, so we're not going to.
Oh, I'm not. No. I'm plugged in.
Okay.
Here in the city.
I know you are. I know you are. You're big. You're the Nashville media darling.
I am. So I'm plugged in.
23 years in a row.
23 years in a row.
That's impressive.
Yep. Unanimous every year. I mean, I don't lobby for it. It just happens.
Who votes for this exactly?
It's a culmination or conglomeration. That's a better word of a bunch of people.
Probably not.
By the way, one of our loyal listeners, Kevin in Florida, goes, so are you guys talking sports today or off-topic stuff that pisses one guy off?
Both. I do want to play the what-if game with you. I mentioned it earlier.
Well,
I want to do the what-if. I want to do the what-if game.
We will do the what-if game coming up next. It's Chase and Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. But first, let's do a little giveaway here. Caller number...
how many times you ordered DoorDash this week? Three.
Caller number 3 at 615-737-1025 will win a pair of tickets to see David Spade at the Ryman Auditorium on Friday, April 17th. That is part of the Nashville Comedy Festival. Caller number 3, 615-737-1025.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. Listen, I talked yesterday about how excited I get when I found out that somebody I know has gone to therapy. And again, I preach every day on this show about men and mental health and places to go and what to do. If you're unsure about what to do, we got it for you. UnityCares.com. UnityCares.com. Go to the website. If you're unsure of what to do, go there, right? There's no pressure. See everything that they offer. Sign up, go to therapy, and make your world a whole lot better with caring, wonderful professionals whose only job is to make sure you're okay, right? It's private, it's secure, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. UnityCares.com. We spent a lot of time on the show about men and mental health. Guys, I just need you to go to therapy. I need you to go and talk and open up and see that there are people who care about you and love you. And listen, here's the best part about this. You don't have to go through any of this alone. You don't have to, right? I was in the same position a couple of years ago. I reached out with the therapy and it changed my life. And that's what UnityCares.com can do for you. And this is also important as well. Again, we speak all the time. If you have a loved one you know that's going through something and you just sense something is wrong, sit down with them and both together. UnityCares.com and see all the options that they got. Start from square one. Sometimes it can be daunting. Like, I don't know where to go, where to begin. UnityCares.com has got you covered. Telehealth, private, secure, confidential. They want to go on this journey with you and make your world better. Again, you don't have to go through this alone. UnityCares.com. Let the journey to wellness begin.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday.
Do you know who that is?
Is this Barry White?
It is Barry White. You come here looking like a big Barry White from the TV show, for the movie Trading Places. If you know, you know.
I know.
If you know, you know.
I do indeed. All right, you want to play the what if game? What you got?
We spoke earlier about it. Malik Willis. Had they not traded Malik Willis, given him a shot, not drafted Will Levis, how does this play out here? Because you saw what Tannehill happened in 23, the injury, and I know we're going to take this part of the hypothetical with us, but I mean, would he have flourished? He'd have been Callahan's guy coming in 24. Would we be seeing this now? I mean, the talent was there, right? They just show up. He had talent.
Yeah, he had a lot of raw talent. I mean, he needed to be developed.
I mean, they almost beat the Chiefs on that damn
yeah, you're right.
Sunday night game, right? Yep. With him doing that. So I just wonder, he's going to get paid, which is great, but you don't draft Will Levis. You make him your number 2. You try to develop him. Same staff is there in 22 and 23. Yeah. Same staff. Tannehill leaves. And you're like, all right, Malik, you're my guy in 24. But it's third year in the league. Would we see this development with Malik Willis?
I don't think so, because Vrabel got the coordinator wrong after Arthur left. So I just...
That was Downing?
Yeah, Todd Downing. I mean, Ryan Kelly was better. So I don't know. I mean, if Ryan Kelly is the offensive coordinator that whole time, maybe you see something different. I don't think Todd Downing could develop. But look, I don't know if Arthur Smith could develop either. I just think Arthur Smith worked well with Tannehill.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, it's not like the Packers sprinkled some kind of, fairy dust on Malik Willis and be automatically like, all right. I mean, I believe it was a fit for the situation. He was in Green Bay, but again, another example of a guy just going an opportunity that had been here in the fold, and now he's going to be that guy. Now it's going to be like, I've already seen it today. It's like, God, the Titans let him go. Well, the situation that was here at the time.
I know. Everybody's so quick to go to that.
Yep. All right. But I just wonder, Callahan was a disaster of a hire. And you wonder if he'd be able to develop, because he does work with quarterbacks, although I don't think he developed Stafford or Peyton Manning or Derek Carr or any of those guys. But you made it quarterback offensive friendly for Malik Willis. Who knows what happened? But everybody was quick to get out of here. Then when Will Levis was drafted, it was done and over with. And Will Levis could be that next guy who gets traded and goes on. That's why we want Cam Ward to be successful. If Cam is successful, then all that's for naught.
Yeah, I would agree. But, and you said something interesting earlier today that
what I did?
You did that. I was kind of like, you know what? I think he's going to be right. And that is that Cam's going to do a 180.
Yeah.
I think you look at, like I've said, that he was on his own last year. He knew this coaching. I mean, there was probably a point where he knew, all right, Callahan's getting fired. And then
like the third game in.
Yeah. I mean, that game with the Raiders, like we were there watching the whole thing, looking at each other going like, this is awful.
Yep.
And because the Raiders are awful. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, the Raiders are awful. And you lost to them by what, 10?
And Cam dropping the ball
and
all that other stuff.
They
were so bad out there. People were asking us, hey, y'all from Nashville? We're like, no.
No.
We're from the coast.
Yeah.
Not here.
We're just chilling. No. Why are you wearing Titan stuff? I don't know.
We got it off the street for $2. No, and that was, Callahan got fired after that game. Then Daddy came next week and put the punch on him with the Patriots. But you're right. At some point, Cam's like, you know what? I'm not listening to Bo Hardigree or what's the interim coach? It's not Mike Nichols. He's the director.
Mike McCoy.
Mike McCoy. Good Lord.
Forgot about Nick Holtz, Joe.
I forgot about Nick Holtz the day we interviewed him that day. No, and it was like, you're right.
He
Cam
suggested some good things too.
Like, what do you do for lunch today? Well, here's what we should do today. But you're right. Cam probably during that last stretch was, look, I'm going to do my own. But you see some of the plays he tried to make and go on. Now these in structure and in a structure with an offensive coordinator, Brian Dable, who could work with him, who likes him. Dable has said, I've got a playbook, right? I do things. I'm not going to make my playbook fit Cam Ward. No, I'm not make Cam Ward fit my playbook. My playbook is going to fit Cam Ward. And I'm like, man, that is a powerful thing to say. Thank you, Brian Dable, and let's go. Get it done.
Yeah. I did laugh at I noticed that Rand Carthon went on across the street, and so naturally I was curious, and I went and listened to that. And he worked with Dayball somewhere, but have you ever noticed that Rand never calls anybody by their name? It was always Rabes or Callie, or he always had the nickname.
Oh, no.
So he's talking about Dayball and called him Dabes. And
To me, that's, if I have friends, you know how I feel about nicknames.
I know.
When you overdo it like that, that drives me. You're trying to be cool and fit in.
Yeah,
I'm hanging the other day, with the Fonz. I'm like, no, you're not. Just stop. Just stop all that. I you know how I feel about Brent Snedeker. That drives me.
Sneds.
Blood pressure rising. That drives me insane. Now, I like when the hockey guys do it. You're part of the Nashville Predators radio broadcast team.
Yep.
You're allowed to do that. You get
yeah.
paid by them. You're part of the team. All right, that's good. Dr. Crane walking in like, hey, I saw Stammer at Starbucks. I'd punch you right in the stomach. All right. Punch yourself.
I think what happens, like with the broadcasters, is you're just around it so much, and you hear like they're all calling each other, and then you get one or whatever. Like Terry Crisp has called me Caber a few times. I guess McCabe Caber would be my hockey name. So it's like, it's kind of a term of endearment.
And you're not going to correct Terry Crisp.
I would never. I call him Coach. He's never coached me in his life, but that's how,
Mr. Crisp.
Coach.
You did call Saban Nicky, which I thought was really weird, but that's okay. That's y'all have got a relationship.
And then he called me Chaser. So
yeah, look, Chaser.
But see that, but see that's in it. Like my nickname is naturally Chaser. People and I used to hate it.
Yep.
But now I just kind of accepted it because a lot of people say, "What's up, Chaser?"
What's your middle name?
Martin.
Martin. Oh, I like that.
But remember, Chase is not my actual first name.
I know it's Jerome.
Yeah. Well,
I understand. That's okay. I'm gonna start calling you Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
Which is a great God Almighty. What a great show.
Him doing it was the little kid that he would be, and then Shanae, and then
so
the old man or old lady or something.
So funny, man.
And then who was the one? Tommy that never had a job. Like, you ain't got no job.
What is it? It is Tommy. Is it
I
Tommy?
think it's Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before your time, there was a comedian named Flip Wilson who was
okay.
just as funny as Martin was, and back in the 70s, and did all the cross-dressing and the funny stuff, and was just an absolute riot.
I watched on HBO, on HBO Max. You can go back and watch like all the old comedy shows that they used to have, and Martin Lawrence stand up from like the early 90s. Don't watch it around your grandma.
Yeah, right.
He is hilarious.
Do they have all those on there?
Yes.
Have you seen Eddie Murphy Raw?
Oh yeah.
Not around grandma.
No, but it's awesome. I mean, it's hilarious.
It's the best.
It's like was it the Def Comedy Jam or
not Freddie Murphy? It was straight.
But HBO.
Oh yeah, the Def Comedy.
Yeah. So I think that's what.
I gotta look that up. Is the Rodney Dangerfield Young Comedian special on there?
It might be. I mean, they got all that stuff.
What I'm doing tonight, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh yeah,
down now.
It is good for sure. We will hear We will hear some clips of Mike Borgonzi coming up next. Chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday, 102.5 The Game.
How do you envision the process of maybe taking some of these guys who have played a little more middle linebacker and moving them to the edge, and just that mixture of experience and where they find them?
That's a great question. You have to have a vision for it. And it's you take what they do best. In the case of Arvell, he's played off the ball, which was really good. And then he's played on the line of scrimmage, which was really good too. But usually, you'd prefer or you'd value higher really the pass rush. So if you can pass rush, you let him line up a line of scrimmage and pass rush.
That was Mike Borgonzi earlier today, Titans general manager, chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday, 102.5 The Game. So what do you take from that? Because you would have concerns about Arvell Reese being both an off-ball linebacker and a pass rusher. You want an edge rusher.
I want a guy whose only job is to rush the passer.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a guy who could play off the ball, sometimes, an Arvell Reese, then get him. But this team doesn't need that, right? And I wonder if sometimes a team hopes the decision's made for them.
Yeah.
Like if the Jets take Bailey at 2, all right, it's like, all right, well, there goes the consternation we have between those two guys. And it helps them out that way. And but this team needs a pass rusher. They need, Landry was good in 19, 20, or 20, whatever it was. But before that, Van Bosch and 08. I need that guy.
I watched the tape on Ruben Bain, and I feel like he can be that guy that other teams, when they're doing their prep, go, okay, number, whatever his number is, I think 7. Number 7, we got to watch out for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
We 98 and 7, what are we going to do about them?
Yep.
I think Bain could be that guy. I think Bailey could probably do that too. But I just feel like Ruben Bain fits Robert Saleh.
Yep, it does. That guy. Like we said to Tim Hasselbeck yesterday, just put on the tape in the college football playoff against A&M, Ohio State, Ole Miss, and then Indiana.
Yep.
He was relentless, big time player, big time games, showed up, and that's a solid guy, man. Look, if I sit here on draft night and they took him. They only do the first round, and we said, oh, they got Ruben Bain. I'd be so happy. There's your guy, pass rusher, go rush the passer. That's it. And anything else is kind of like, oh, I don't want Jeremiah Love. I know you love him.
I do, but not. I just don't think it's now in your scenario where you trade 4 to the Cowboys and you get 12 and 20. If he's there at 12 and
your other guys are gone,
then okay, then I would take him.
Yep.
Because I put that under best player available.
There you go. And then at 20, you could grab a corner or whatever. Yep. But they're going to have their due diligence on all these guys. But I just think Bain is the answer. But the only thing is, well, if the Jets say we like him, and then the Cardinals like we like Bailey, then you're sitting there at 4. Then you take an Arvell Reese. You're going to have to, because he's probably the best player on the board at that point. I get it, but you're not getting the same production that you would get out of a Ruben Bain. And now the Oladejo, what's his name? Femi
Oladejo.
Yeah. So now you got to hope he comes back and does something, because he's a project as well. Then you got Reese as a project. You got Femi as a project. It's not good, man. So that's why I hope Bain to be there.
By the way, I was just texted, and I think you will enjoy what is about to pop up on our screen. There is Paul. He may be over.
Feinbaum looks like he's going to one of those adult parties.
Well, he has a guest. He has a guest on, and I don't know if they'll put the full screen back up there or not. But our own Joe Rexroad on the Paul Feinbaum show.
Why didn't he let us know this?
I don't know.
Gosh.
He doesn't do that. Oh, now Sophia's on. So,
what was he on there talking about? His love for college basketball?
I don't know.
Hope he got it approved through Mitch Light to be on there.
I'm sure he did.
That's a weird outfit for Feinbaum.
Yeah. Okay. I have asked Dr. Crane to select a few clips of Mike Borgonzi and to set them up and play for us and let us react to it. So what you got?
Yeah. First one on the list is, how does the free agency market affect how Mike Borgonzi approaches I guess you could say, the NFL draft?
Mike, how much would you say that free agency impacts what you do in the draft? Say you're able to get a slot wide receiver in free agency. Would that lean you more towards looking at a boundary wide receiver in the draft? Same thing at edge. If you get a power edge in free agency, are you looking more for a speed guy? Or does that really not factor in? And again, you just look for the best player you can get?
I think you're always looking for the best player you can get, but you certainly, at this point in the offseason, you have your two boards. You have your free agent board, and you have your draft board. And you're trying to figure out areas, where you can upgrade at certain positions, and if there's value, and you're also looking at the quantity of each position. Is it more of a chance we can get them in the draft, or is there a lesser quantity in the draft, and we think we have to fill that need in free agency? So that's the strategy that we're going through right now.
He did not answer that question one damn bit, and I love it. Here's the other thing. I don't know who that was that asked the question. I mean, it was a good question.
It's like a cartoon character.
But power edge or speed edge, and come on, you don't have to act that smart. Just ask the question.
Hey, just
because he's not going to answer it anyway.
That's right.
But okay, that was a good one.
The next one is how Ruben Bain had his interaction with the Titans brass, along with his reaction as well.
Ruben said he killed it with these guys. He said it was a great interaction.
It was a great interaction. Yeah, no, he did great. All three of those guys, really. It was really impressive. Just just going through some of their tape from the season and the retention they have. They're all smart football players. Yeah.
I just picture in his head this alarm goes off. It's like the red alert on Star Trek. That's like burn. Don't tip your hand. Don't tip your hand. Say they all did great. Don't tip your hand.
Well, I would like a GM to come out and say, hey, how was your interview with these three guys? And he's like, hey, these guys are dumber than a box of rocks. They couldn't play dead in a cowboy movie. I mean, if I have another minute with this guy, my IQ will be negative. I want an honest GM at one point. It's never going to happen. That's why I just draft Ruben Bain. Let's get it over with, right? Let's do that.
And the next one I have on the list is from Terry McCormick. He had his wonderful nugget about.
We had him on earlier.
Exactly, Joe. So yeah, this is what Terry asked Mike Borgonzi about the wide receiver market.
I think it's a good clump of receivers. Yeah, up there. There are Tate's a really good player, and Lemon and Tyson. I mean, there's a really good group at the top. And I think there's good value too in the middle rounds at receiver position.
Okay.
Here, if I go next time I go to the combine, I'll be like, hey, Mike, who the hell are you staying away from? Who don't you like?
What would you do if he said you?
Good. That's an answer. That's a genuine answer. Instead of all this, everybody's great, wonderful, and everything on. I get it. I understand what he's got to do, right? Just draft Ruben Bain.
So one thing I was reading the transcript that did send out to me. He was asked if they picked up the 5th-year option on Peter Skoronski. He said, he's one of our better players. We'd like him here long-term. The 5th-year option is always a tool, a mechanism that we can use. We're going to work and try to get something done here with Peter. So it sounds like they're working on a contract extension for Skoronski.
Okay, good.
Which they should.
It's fine.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to rely on the 5th-year option there. Just go ahead and get something done.
Find something good and get it done. Look, he's improved as a player. Now, did they overtake him at 11? Absolutely, they did. But he's proven that he's a good offensive lineman. Now you got to build around him.
He was randomly asked about John Harbaugh, and I don't really get that. Like, did somebody think he worked with John Harbaugh?
Or does he think that
or maybe because they tried to get him, I guess.
I don't know. Oh, he's got.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Oh, he's been doing it a long time. I think he, I've never had the opportunity to work with Coach Harbaugh, but just, his leadership, the way he builds a culture, you know exactly what type of team you get every time. It's a tough physical team.
Yeah, there you go.
We should do a side-by-side of Borgonzi and my cousin Vinny. Right? I mean, it would be fantastic. Fantastic to do that. I don't know. That was really weird. Yeah.
When asked about Snead, we're going through all these evaluations on everybody right now, everybody on the roster. So I don't want to just put a timetable on it, but we're evaluating all these guys and for all different reasons. That's the only way he can answer that question. I get it.
Yeah.
You've evaluated. You know you want to get rid of him.
Yep.
Like, you need to get rid of him. He doesn't need to be on your team. Period.
Exactly. Yeah.
He didn't fit. It was a bad move. Didn't work. Wasn't your fault. Well, kind of was because you were on the other side of it. But like you know why you got rid of him in Kansas City. So get rid of him.
Now it's like, oh God, can I go back and talk to that Borgonzi at the time? That's the thing, is that do you have something else, Dr. Crane? Am I missing something?
Yeah, he gave a long-winded answer about the importance of the backup quarterback position. So here you go.
Yeah, that's a very important part of it. That room, for Cam is crucial. And in my experience, always getting a veteran quarterback, almost like another coach. Obviously they need to play if they have to. But yeah, certainly someone with knowledge and they'll almost be like another coach for him in the room is important. Yeah, no, he's done a great job. I just talked to Will the other day. He's working out the facility, training. I was running on the treadmill. There's a group of guys in there the other day working out, and he was in there. So, but he's been great. He looks healthy, and he's ready to go here for the offseason.
We're going to be talking so much about Will Levis. I mean, it's not going to stop until he's gone.
That's what we told Terry is like, you could ask about all these free agencies and drafting and whatever. Will Levis.
But they got to fit. Well, here's the thing. They got to figure it out, because if they're going to go get a veteran in free agency, which he just said is a good thing because there's another coach in the room, if they're going to do that, then like you can't go sign a guy and then play he's going to compete with Will for the backup, because we know that's not true.
Right. No, they're in a really kind of weird situation to do what. So that's why I think making a decision on Levis sooner rather than later.
Because you got to do. Here's the other thing.
It's good.
Say what you want about Will Levis.
Whatever I want about him.
Like, you got to do right by him. I mean, he's gone through GMs and coaches, and I mean, he's had now 3 head coaches, 2 GMs since he's been here. Go ahead and give him the fresh start. Like, just figure out a way, whether you cut him or trade him or whatnot. But
Work out. I mean, right now, hey, about a 6th rounder to, I don't know,
I would call the Rams. I would call the Jags. I would call the 49ers. Fine. Well, I guess they still have Mac Jones, but I mean, look, here's an idea. Call, well, never mind.
You can say it, buddy.
Well, I stopped myself because I think Mac Jones could be a starter. So, I mean, they could trade him, but I think then call the 49ers and see, like, hey, here's Levis. Give us ask for a 5th and take a 6th.
I think Jacksonville's the one. That's his buddy. Him and Cohen are tight. That's the one. See if you can get a 6th rounder. I'd ask for a 4th rounder. Then you negotiate. Then we're going to give you a 4th. We'll give you a 7th rounder.
Again, it's the old phrase of, you want a hamster, ask for a horse.
Hold on, let me process this. Hamster, ask for a horse. Then I get a hamster. Okay.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
I've never heard that, but now I'm going to use it. All right.
Well, you're welcome.
A hamster.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
Coming up next, I'm excited because it is a special person's birthday. And we're going to have to decide how we're going to handle this. Mm-hmm. But that is coming up next with what day is it and celebrity birthdays. Chasing Big Joe. 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. Excited. I'm very excited for this segment.
You should always be excited for this segment.
Especially today.
Okay.
Because it's a special birthday, which we will get to. But with that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, another short list today. I don't know what that's about, but Inconvenience Yourself Day is today.
That's every day.
Hold on, what? Inconvenient yourself?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's a weird day.
It's a tongue twister. National Clam Chowder Day is today. Shout out to
Chowder.
Mike Borganzi. Shout
Chowder.
Let's see. Quiet Day is next. Pistol Patent Day is today.
Shut your mouth.
Let's All Eat Right Day. And then to wrap it up after that, National Chocolate Covered Peanuts Day.
Oh, that's
not
good.
a fan. Doesn't do the JoJo's tummy's not a fan of that.
Do you have like a diverticulitis or something?
That's personal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I like scuba diving.
Did you didn't get my Simpsons reference?
What was that?
The chowder.
Oh.
It's chowder.
Yeah.
It's like Quimby's nephew or something, and the French waiter's like chowder, and it's not chowder. Chowder.
Oh, nice. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2. All right, let's just get this out of the way. Our first birthday, friend of the show,
and a legend.
One Jeff Fisher, who's probably listening right now. Coach, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Coach.
Dr. Crane, you go first. How old is Jeff Fisher today?
I'm going to go 64.
He is 68 years young.
He's 68. He had you gave him the opportunity.
I did. I was just so everybody knows. I was like, let him go first because I'm gonna get this. But
all right, Chase, you get to go now. How old is former Houston Astros outfielder Cesar Cedeno?
Fun fact: that'll be the only one I get today.
I don't know.
Cesar Cedeno, 63.
71.
75. Dr. Crane, how old is James Brown from CBS?
72.
78.
He's 75.
Wow.
It's good for 75. Chaser, I don't need one from you. I need 2 home runs. Paul O'Neill.
Paul O'Neill.
What, you asked for 2 home runs?
That's a great episode. You need like in the oh no, the kid's in the hospital or something like that.
Yes, the kid is, yep.
Paul O'Neill, I'm gonna say 56.
62.
63.
Nice.
2-1. Dr. Crane Howell, we talked about him last week a lot. Don Mikowski, former Packers quarterback, the Magic Man, quarterback before Brett Favre in Green Bay.
64.
65.
62. We're tied at 2.
By the way, Derek Mason is planning to jump out of a cake for Coach Fisher today for his birthday. So.
Good.
He's back there ready to go.
Chaser, you're up next. Joakim Noah from Florida.
Yeah. 39.
38.
41. Chase up 3-2. Dr. Crane, you better get this one because you talk about this guy a lot. Carrot Top. How old's Carrot Top? Not how old does he look like, but how old is Carrot Top?
Carrot Top is, I'll go 52.
I think he's older than that. I'm going to say like 63.
61.
Nice.
Chaser up 4-2. Chaser, Taya Leone, the actress. She was in Deep Impact, Madam Secretary.
60.
55.
60 exactly. Chaser's rolling 6-2. Dr. Crane, Rudy, Sean Astin.
63.
58.
55. Chaser, he's from Dixon, Tennessee. Actor Anson Mount. Or his dad's from over that way, but Anson Mount.
57.
59.
53. Dr. Crane, one of your favorite comedians, Chelsea Handler. How old's Chelsea Handler?
45.
40.
51.
Dang.
Chaser, how old's Karen Filippelli? You know her as Rashida Jones in real life from The Office and Parks and Rec.
57.
52.
50. 6-3. All right, lightning round. Dr. Crane, how old is CBS newsman Bob Schieffer? Schaefer.
I'm going to go 67.
96.
89. Good job. From the worst TV show of all time, Little House on the Prairie, how old is actress Karen Grassel?
64.
60.
84. Dr. Crane, how old is former talk show host Sally Jesse Raphael? She had the red glasses.
88.
90.
84. Chaser, Jack Handy, Saturday Night Live, had the little snippets on, oh gosh, what were they called on Saturday Night Live?
I know what you're talking about. 64.
68.
77. Dr. Crane, actor Alexis Denisoff from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
53.
52.
60. Chaser, singer Daniel Powder, P-O-W-T-E-R.
He did the song You Had a Bad Day.
Had a bad day.
48.
49.
55. Dr. Crane, singer Shauna Thompson of Thompson Square. I did an event with them one time for Cricket Wireless, like 15 years from here.
Here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I was going to say, I had to make this about myself, and I wish I would have shut my mouth.
Get in there and make it about you.
How old is she, Dr. Crane? Shauna Thompson, Thompson Square.
58.
48.
48 exactly. And with that, Chase wins 8-3.
Well done.
I mean, the guy you're on a roll, man. If we can make this to a game show,
It's our guy. It's our guy's birthday. It's Fish's birthday.
It is.
So happy birthday, Coach Fisher.
And Dr. Crane had the opportunity to guess it. And
yep,
that is true. Hey, happy birthday, Coach.
But if Coach is listening, he said he was 64, so that's just a compliment a little bit.
Hey guys, just want to say thanks for saying happy birthday.
Right.
D-Mace back there. He's a good player. I've told D-Mace.
We'll see the coach here coming up pretty soon.
We will, because it's almost cat season.
It is.
Looking forward to that. But you know what's crazy though? Because look, we know Coach, and age is but a number. But like, I'm just like, man, I feel like it was yesterday that he had the rocking the stash. And
how about this? When he took over the Oilers, he was your age.
Yeah, that's right.
So what have you done?
He was younger than me.
He was younger
because that was 94. So he would have been what, 34?
36
or 36? Yeah.
You went to FRA and you can't add.
Yeah, I couldn't add there either. They knew that. Trust me, they were made well aware of that.
Oh man.
That is going to do it for us here today.
Hey, we always in the show with the guys out there just to tell you guys that we love you, man. What you're going through, be strong. Go to therapy, unitycares.com. Unitycares.com. We tell you all the time, just reach out, talk to us. We're always here for you. We'll let you guys know how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, and people need you in this world. When you walk into a room, you make people laugh. They think about you. They smile. It happens. It happens every day. So if you're having a bad day, please realize there are people out there that absolutely love you. Know that we love you. And more importantly, more than anything else in this world, please know that God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way next. We'll talk to you from the Omni tomorrow at noon here on 102.5 The Game.